Have you ever wondered how Freddy Krueger went from being just a horror villain to a true horror legend? Today we'll explore the dark evolution of the Master of Nightmares, from his disturbing origins, through the most grotesque and shocking scenes, to his transformation into an immortal cultural icon. Prepare to discover the secrets of his creation, the behind-the-scenes story of his rise, and how Freddy became much more than a character. He became the very symbol of fear. But be careful, by the end of this video, you'll never look at Freddy Krueger the same way again. The birth of the nightmare Freddy Krueger wasn't born just as a villain invented to scare teenagers. His origins stem from something even darker. Wes Craven, creator of the A Nightmare on Elm Street franchise, was inspired by real-life cases of young people who died in their sleep after reporting intense nightmares. This disturbing idea served as the basis for creating a character who would attack in the one place no one can escape: their dreams. Freddy was conceived as a child killer who, after being burned alive by vengeful parents, returns from hell to hunt his victims in the dream world. The scariest detail: he doesn't just kill, but revels in the pain and fear he inflicts. The first appearance: a new villain is born in 1984. The world met Freddy Krueger for the first time. Unlike silent villains like Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers, Freddy spoke, joked, and used humor as a psychological weapon. His bladed gauntlet immediately became one of the most recognizable symbols of horror cinema. But more than the gory deaths, what was truly disturbing was the idea that no one was safe, even in their sleep. This innovation transformed Freddy into something unique, a monster who attacked where everyone was vulnerable. Evolution in the films: with the success of the first film, Freddy quickly evolved. Each sequel brought more creative kills, more grotesque practical effects, and an increasingly charismatic Freddy. He became almost a horror showman, creating bizarre traps within dreams. Victims transformed into living puppets, heads served as food in a macabre pizza, and even fusions of flesh and machine in surreal scenes. This blend of horror and dark humor was what made Freddy stand out. He wasn't just brutal, he was cruelly creative. From horror to pop icon, throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Freddy Krueger went beyond the silver screen. He appeared in TV shows, video games, comics, and even advertising campaigns. His image, both frightening and charismatic, won over a legion of fans. Freddy went from being just a horror movie villain to a pop culture icon. He was recognized by people who had never seen his films, proof that his legend had transcended the cinema. The face behind the monster. Much of this evolution is due to Robert Englund, the actor who brought Freddy to life. His performance transformed the character into something alive, full of personality. Englund managed to balance sarcasm, macabre humor, and pure evil in every scene. Without him, Freddy might not have become the legend we know today. It was this combination of creative writing and remarkable acting that cemented his place in the pantheon of horror villains. Freddy vs. Jason: The Clash of the Titans. A major milestone in Freddy's evolution was the film Freddy vs. Jason, 2003. The confrontation between the two greatest horror icons brought Freddy back into the spotlight, showcasing his ability to manipulate and deceive even another legendary monster. In this clash, Freddy proved once again that he didn't just rely on physical strength. He used intelligence, sarcasm, and the power of fear to assert himself. The psychological side of Freddy: more than creative kills, Freddy represents something deeper: the fear of losing control. He symbolizes human fragility in the face of our own nightmares, the hidden traumas and shadows we all carry. His every appearance is a reminder that the worst monsters are not outside, but within the mind. This psychological dimension is what makes Freddy so enduring and disturbing. From villain to legend, Freddy Krueger evolved from a simple horror character into a true modern myth. He left his mark on generations, redefined the slasher genre, and inspired dozens of other villains. His bladed glove, his worn-out hat, and his red and green striped sweater are more than costumes. They are symbols of a legend that refuses to die. Freddy is the kind of character who, even decades later, still haunts dreams and continues to evolve, whether in new films, series, or in the collective imagination. From nightmare to legend, Freddy Krueger's evolution is proof that fear can become something eternal. He began as a horrific villain, but became one of the greatest horror icons ever created. And now I ask you, which moment in Freddy's evolution disturbed you the most? If you enjoyed this dark dive into the history of the Master of Nightmares, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment saying which phase of Freddy's life impacted you the most, and of course, share this video with other horror fans, because here at the Haunted Hour, the nightmare never ends.